far as offense, defense through the first week and a half, or would you evaluate?
Probably fairly consistent. Yeah, we're hardly game ready, and first time we had officials out here, so I ran out of paper for penalties. A lot to clean up there, but I think overall the effort was good. The guys have been solid. Lot to work on still.
Right now, looking at quarterback, is this a typical day that you've seen through now 9 practices?
It's probably a fair assessment. Yeah, just again, like everything, not consistent enough at this point, and it's we're just going to keep working. Every snap's really important for us right now.
What gets you to that level of consistency that you want?
Practice. Meetings are important. They'll have a good opportunity to learn from this today. When we sit down tomorrow and look at the tape, that's obviously a big part of this whole thing. But the trick is to see things on tape, and then how well can you process it individually, and then get on the field and go to work. And that's the biggest thing. That's individually and collectively. So, yeah, it's just the process.
Samari Yangs in the first team. Kind of what stood out to you so far?
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. I think I mentioned yesterday, Sean's had some soft tissue stuff. So he did a good job in bowl prep last year. He did a good job all fall, but in bowl prep we kind of saw him making a big step, and it continued in the spring. And he's done the same thing in the last 9 practices now. So got a great attitude. I can't see his face when he runs the ball. I'm always standing behind him, but I'm guessing he's smiling. Like, he just runs like he's smiling all the time. He enjoys doing what he does.
It looked like Brandon Sullivan had a really nice 2-minute drill there.
Yeah.
Is he catching up quick enough?
We'll see. That's a good thing. We got a couple of weeks here to really evaluate the team, but yeah, I think considering he got here in June, he's making up for some lost ground. And you compare the two guys. Cade hasn't played in 2 years basically, whereas Sully has played. He's been out there and playing a little bit. So that's again where the repetitions are really important for us right now, and especially in team situations are really important.
Sullivan got most of the 2 reps. Is that fair to assess of Cade being 1 and Sullivan being 2 right now?
Yeah, and I think we're just gonna let the guys keep playing. All 3 guys can keep playing, and I'll go back. 4th of July, the weather's crappy. I was in and out. I actually watched NFL Network a little bit. We got that channel now for at least 2 years at the house. So we're living big. We got YouTube, YouTube TV, and it was the first Super Bowl year, first one I think, maybe the first one. And Bradshaw was a young player who really, remember they played Houston. I think he was like 2 out of 14, but the leading rusher, and that was him. And then I walked in a couple hours later. They were up to 79, and he's the reason they won that one. Probably him and John Stallworth. So with quarterbacks, you just got to let them keep playing and see what they can do. But we're going to keep giving all 3 guys good reps.
What gave you some optimism about how McNamara played today?
I think he's progressing. He's progressing and getting more comfortable. Just not to make fun of 7-on-7, but it's got its place. But 7-on-7 is not real football. Just like one-on-one stuff. And to me, playing quarterback, comes a point where you got to have 11 guys on the field, both sides working. He's got reads that are hard. Plus, you got to feel the pocket and the rush and all those kinds of things. So, I'm not an expert on quarterbacks. To me, that's kind of what he's missed, being in those scrimmage situations.
It seemed like you were getting a push in the run game. It was a little better on the offensive line than last day. Did you like what you saw from the run game?
At times there were some good things there. And right now, everything's kind of sporadic, but we're more mature than we've been. That's reason for optimism. And I think the good thing about our whole team right now, here's a better team, it can't get better. And that's how we need to be thinking, whether it's the defensive guys that are pretty veteran or the offensive guys that really, we haven't done it in a scrimmage situation, where it counts. Like this counts, but it doesn't count. And, that's the next step.
Cade looked a little mobile today. He had a few runs and looked like it was all smooth, and he wasn't worried about that knee or anything.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. But that's easy for me to say. I'll go way back when Greenway had his ACL. Remember, he was cleared. He came back. I think it was in October, late October, something like that. It still took him probably about a month where he looked like Chad Greenway again. Like, he was cleared. He was going. His strength was better than it was before he was repaired. But you got to gain confidence in it. And to do that, again, that team situations are really important. You don't get that in 7-on-7. So that's why this time's really important for him. One more reason it is. And Yeah, the knee's good, but it's just you got to get that confidence back.
Specials to me with the kid captains before.
Oh man, I don't know who deserves the credit, but we need to find out and make sure they get the credit they deserve. Yeah, just like Anita Young with the wave. It's just Anita Young, Christy Young, and Anita. Got my names mixed up here. But it's just such a great concept. Again, I don't know how many years. It's like 12, 13, 14. But what a nice concept, and I'm glad I'm not on the judge to have to pick 12 because there's a lot of good nominations. I know.
It looked like
one of our own, John and Brooke with Hunter here. That's pretty cool.
Luke Lachey wasn't in the 11-on-11. Any update with him? And Xavier Wampa was not available.
Yeah, Xavier's he's been nursing an injury, not whole camp, but part of camp.
Okay.
Luke came up a little sore the other day, yesterday, so we're selling him out, but he's fine. He's doing good.
Okay.
What about the wide receivers?
Got a lot of work, obviously.
Okay.
What do you think about the wide receivers?
Work in progress, but a lot to learn, especially the next 2 weeks. This is a really big 2 weeks for us right now. Really good opportunity, and again, I got a pretty good feeling what Higgins and Jackson are going to do over there. The receiver room's just the opposite. We're not sure who's going to do what. I think there's some good potential. Just this is a time where somebody's got to step up and really kind of show they're ready to go.
Washington working at receiver?
A little bit, yeah, both ways. Yeah, both ways. TJ's a football player. We're talking about Kamari. You got both those guys, same age, same position. And one thing they are really both of them impressed us last year. Like these guys like playing football, love being in the building. They just always are upbeat and good attitude. They both are very talented. So, TJ may do both. At some point, we're going to have to probably limit his reps a little bit. We've worked him more receiverly because he got all the running back reps last year. So we want to get him caught up there, and then we'll just see what the roster looks like. But yeah, he's in the mix. He's a really good player.
Did you get any word on TJ Hall? It looked like he came down with a lower.
Sounds like an ankle. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a big one, so that's good news. Yeah. So far, so good.
Didn't get a chance to ask yesterday, but Cade Board was arrested in July. Is there any suspension, and is there anything you can comment on that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and anytime a player makes a bad decision, I know he's remorseful about it. It'll be the standard. What we've done typically is a 1-game suspension, and then the guys will be on the scout team that week, and then Friday and Saturday they do community service, so they won't be at the games, and that's kind of been the standard. And I think we all understand this is the line's been drawn, and it's going to be double jeopardy moving forward. But hopefully we don't have to go down that path. We're just enough of that. It's just it's unfortunate, and not smart. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time, and we just don't want to go down that road again. So, and we've had plenty of guys come through. We've had fun. But you got to be smart too, especially in this day and age. Luckily, nobody's been harmed. Yeah.
How do you kind of balance with the offense accountability and also hey guys, we need to start getting this together. We need to start piecing it together, but also understanding they're still learning a brand new offense. How do you kind of keep them grounded on that?
Well, it's just part of the process. I hate to overuse that word, and it's probably overused tremendously, but it's step by step. And we have a standard in our minds, but also we're not going to get there overnight. So it's just about progressing, moving forward, and doing it as fast as you can. You have to be patient, but the other side, you can always do more. You can always move a little faster. So. Yeah, that's the challenge that's in front of us right now. But I think we should have time if we stay healthy and just keep getting better.
2 more questions. Has Cade kind of been, how do I explain it? In the pocket, is he been able to just swing it the way he can, or is he stepping in?
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to earlier. I think if you throw 7 on 7, it's easy because there's nothing in front of you. And I shouldn't say easy, but it's easier. Guys rushing, it's a whole different dynamic. So that's part of this process. It ties in with getting confidence in your lower body, things like that, and then making quick decisions. I'm no expert on quarterback play. I think sometimes guys try to do too much instead of just taking maybe what's there and available, and that's easier said than done. I can tell you from watching and hearing quarterbacks getting critiqued 44 years. I mean that's always a challenge. But that's part of just getting the work in and getting back to where you're in that rhythm and you feel comfortable. And I mean, the good thing with him, we've seen him do it on film against good competition. So it's just a matter of working back there and getting there. And Brandon, kind of the same way, not exactly. I mentioned, he played great against Maryland a year ago before we played him. So Yeah, he's done it, and now, you know, for like all players, how consistent can you be doing it?